And every time we would hit our head on the lid, it would condition us to think that we can only do so much in life and then we must stop. But see, the scientist decided to take the experiment to a whole nother level. He took another flea. Let's call this flea Dennard. Let's call this flea Mrs. Jones. Let's call this flea one of your advisors, someone you look up to, someone you really respect. Let's call this flea someone you really, really admire in life. And he introduced that flea to the container. And once he introduced that flea to the container, that flea hopped out. What do you think the other 25 did? They followed. See, I traveled the country. I drove from Miami to Daytona. Don't get me wrong, I like my beach view. Thank you, by the way. It's nice. Just saying. I like my beach view, but I decided to come from Miami to jump into your lives to let you all know that you have the potential to do more and be more. My job is to expose you to a better version of yourself. See, I was always taught if you see a man the way he is, he becomes worse. But if you see a man the way he could be, he becomes what he should be. I see each and every one of you in here better than you see yourselves. So you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You're in the frame, I'm on the outside looking at you, and what I see is amazing. See, our job is to expose you to phenomenal people. You started off this conference with a great speaker. You started off this conference with going to great workshops. You're meeting phenomenal people from all across the state of Florida. You're going to be here over the next few days meeting people from all over the country. Our job is to expose you to great people. Secondly, my job is to make sure that while you're here, you're getting great ideas. See, ideas can change your life. You guys think sometimes, and I get it, not everybody, but sometimes people think they come to these conferences with knowing this much and thinking they need this much. No, you guys came here with this much, and all you need is this. My job is just to give you that little kick, that little push to take you to that next level. That's why we call this next level leadership. See, it's all about going to the next level. If you boil water at 211 degrees, it's just hot water. But if you boil water 1 more degree higher at 212 degrees, now you got boiling water. Now you got boiling water once you start to heat it up. See, if you heat water up, 211 degrees, hot water. But if you go up 1 degree from 211 to 212, now you got boiling water. And from boiling water, you got steam. And with steam, you can use that steam to move trains, cranes, planes, and automobiles. You got to understand how 1 degree can change your life. And that's what this presentation is all about. Exposing you to a better version of yourself. But see, once we do that, once we expose you to a better version of yourself, understand something. Guys, you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a lot of information. You've received a lot of information since birth. You're going to get a lot more information until you're going to, I'm talking about 50, 20, 80, 90 years from now. All you're going to receive is a lot of information. But let me give you something to tweet. Information without application leads to fascination. I'll say it again. Somebody said bars. Information without application leads to fascination. However, information with application leads to transformation. My job is to transform your life. So you got to take the information that you're learning, you got to apply it. If you don't apply it, it's useless. So here's the thing. When your parents say, what did you learn over the weekend? I literally want you to tell them ABC. They're going to be like, something wrong with you. See, in life we try to make everything so difficult, but in life things don't have to be difficult. It's the simple things that make us successful. The ABCs is what get me through life. Repeat after me. Say action. Action. Belief. Belief. Commitment. Commitment. One more time. Action. Action. Belief. Belief. Commitment. Commitment. See, in life the first thing you must do once you receive the information, you got to take action. A lot of times people say, well, no, I want to wait till everything is in order before I take action. No, action is the first thing you must do. Action has nothing to do with feelings. Action is all about abilities. If you rely on your feelings all the time, guess what? We'll never get anything done. How many of you said, I don't feel like going to school? You better raise some hands because I know you said it. Guess what? Adults said, we don't feel like going to work. But if we rely on our feelings, we won't have a job. And if we don't have a job, we can't take care of our family. Action is not about feelings. It's about, do you have the abilities? So I'm going to teach you how to take action right now. There's a 3-step process for taking action. You say it, you see it, you do it. I'll say it again. You say it, say what you want to do in life. If there's a dream, a goal, a passion, a vision, something you want to accomplish, you just say it. The second thing you do is you see yourself doing it. Before I became a speaker, I saw myself speaking. The easiest thing I've ever done in life was stood up here and hold a microphone. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. 85% of people in the world fear public speaking. They would rather die than stand up in front of a crowd and speak. They're like, no, take my life. No, not speaking. I'm not accepting that award. Take my life. Really? Well, crazy. The easiest thing I've ever done in life was hold a microphone and spoke in front of crowds, even if it was 10,000. The hardest thing I've ever done in my life was to believe I can do it. That was the hardest thing I did, was to believe I was worthy of holding the microphone. But we're going to change all of that. Say it, see yourselves doing it, then you do it. Here's an example. I'll give you an example. Watch this. Money. Money. Look at that money. It's not a lot, but if you're hungry, it works. It helps. Say it. Who wants the money? What's the second part? Can you see it? What's the third part? Get it. So you know what? In life, sometimes people go but so far that they stop. Sometimes people go so far in life and then they stop. And then the sad part is they will let somebody else take their opportunity. That's yours. It's yours. That's yours. But then they will allow someone else to take their opportunity when it was right in front of them. Follow me for a moment. What's the first part? What's the second part? See, when we get to the last part, that's when you all think I'm speaking a different language. I said, do